Good morning, everyone. It is a great day here at the Carter James Ranch, the home of the Kansas South Pole, out here at Redemption this morning. It is Saturday, January 10th. One reason why it's a great day is that the weather's really nice. You know, we were thinking about a year ago, wintertime last year, a year ago was awful. It was, right now we are under ice storms a year ago and literally had 7 weeks of just ice storm, heavy snow, Arctic blast, back to ice storm again. So it is very, very refreshing to have a mild start to winter. Although the other day we did get 2.3 inches of rain, which did cause some mud issues over by the corral over there here at Redemption. But we kind of got caught in the rain. We thought it was done for the day, and then more came. But we actually combined the Wagyu and the South Pole herd as we pulled the bulls for the winter time. So we usually get that done at the very end of December, but the weather was just so nice. Just decided to leave them in for a few more weeks just to make sure that everybody is bred. So we did have a couple fall calving heifers. Sometimes heifers take a little bit longer to cycle back, but just unrolled a bale of hay here. One thing that is awesome is we are still grazing here. We're in a brome pasture, and we do still have a little bit of stockpile. Some green down in there, and it looks like for the next couple of weeks we're going to be pretty mild here. So when I say mild, we're getting the upper 30s into the 40s, actually going to be in the 50s this next week, and at night we're cooling down to the mid to low 20s. Hey girl, that's a little heifer. So I just thought I'd walk through. I need to check on a young bull calf. I actually had to treat him. I think he got his eye poked. When we were sorting the calves off, when we were sorting the bulls off, we actually had to keep the animals penned up for a day in the corral, so we had to put some hay in there, and I'm pretty sure he might have gotten his eye poked as he's eating in a hay bale. So his eye was starting to cloud over and turn white, so I needed to shoot him with a little bit of antibiotic. And you know, typically I'm not too worried about bull calves if that happens to them. I mean, I want them to heal up so they can see. But this calf in particular, I'm planning on, at this point, keeping him as a herd sire. Man, this is one of my favorite animals in the herd right here. 04122. She's just a beautiful animal. We lost her first calf. It got scours, and that was my fault 2 years ago. I did not recognize it in time and actually lost it. Then she gave us a heifer this year. We actually sold that heifer. Sold that to Grandman Ranch. So check out Grandman Ranch. They're a local South Pole breeder here over in Paola. So her heifer calf is over on his herd now. So as you can see, yeah, we combine the Wagyu and the South Poles. It's always interesting. You kind of get a battle of the boss cows. So this is Sweets here, one of my favorite Wagyus. She's one of the first ones I got. And actually, she was one of the first 4 I ever got. So she's such a nice girl. So sorry if the sun's gonna get you here as I walk up the hill. But we gotta try to find 302 per calf. So here's some of the fall-born calves, South Pole calves. Just looking really, really good. 206, pretty heifer. So I'm not going to comment too much as we walk through them. I'm just trying to check on everybody, and you know, I should probably walk around the other side so you're not getting blinded. It's kind of one of my favorite things to do when we have the animals. When we roll out hay for them, they're all lined up. It's just real easy to walk through, pretty relaxing just to watch them and listen to them grazing on the brome hay. So everyone's looking pretty good. We got this gal right there, 115. She's an older cow. Sometimes these older ones kind of struggle with keeping condition up. Come on, 302, where you at? This is a bull right here. He's a good one, good little calf. But anyhow, going back to, this, with our herd last year, with the weather being so bad, with the combined herds together, we were feeding on average 5 to 6 bales of hay a day, depending on the weather. And honestly, the only reason I unrolled this one is just to keep them occupied for an hour or two while I set up their next paddock. So it just really goes a long way. The weather's really helped us out quite a bit. The animals don't need as much energy to stay in good shape. But we're looking forward to calving season coming up soon. We got a bunch of these young. This is one girl right here, the two colored tags, 23014. You know, she didn't breed as a 1-year-old, but she bred as a 2-year-old. So, you know, sometimes I hear people in the South Pole breed. If they don't breed at 1 year, they're out. They get rid of them. Well, some of these gals I gave them another chance just because you buy them, you know, as a part of that herd acquisition. You know, you kind of like to give it a chance and get a calf out of them and just kind of see what happens from there. So we'll just keep rolling on up this hill. Just got to find 302. I feel like a lot of times when we combine the herds, it just becomes so much more difficult to find the animals. Well, let me put you on pause here. And let me find him as I can come up the hill here. Okay, I haven't found him yet, but he's got to be right here in the very end, unless I missed him. Haven't even seen his mom yet. Okay, here's a good thing. See this little calf right here, right in the middle of your screen? 6452. That's Grandma's calf. Grandma's going to turn 20 years old here in 2 months on March 16th. But I've heard about this, and now I'm experiencing it. Sometimes when you have longevity in your herd, as those cows get older, they start producing dinks, and she's definitely a dink. So, you know, you'd love to have animals out of that old of a cow, but they're in good shape. I have some reservations that she'll ever get big enough to breed, so she may have to either be a little miniature pet or something else. But yeah, it's kind of a cool view. You kind of see how I zigzag down the hill so they all can be spread out eating. I do love unrolling hay just for the fact that we can get all the animals eating at the same time. Boy, I must have missed 302. I can't even find him. I didn't even see his mom actually. So I'll have to go back down and do it. But that's where we're at today. Combining the herd for the next, let's see, or probably 5 months, and then we'll separate them out at the end of June when we get back into closer to breeding season. So what a beautiful Kansas day here. The sky out here, Redemption. Just love being with the cattle out here. So with that, I'll get out of here. Sorry for the rambling, but wanted to share with you how our weather's been. Our grass is doing pretty well. Got to rotate them. They kind of crushed this area yesterday. But with that, we'll catch you in the next video. Hope you have a blessed day.